Hi guys, how are you and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope that you are enjoying this JavaScript series, and today in this video I am going to tell you about two things, right? First one is the do while loop in JavaScript and the second one is the difference between while and do while loop, right? So without wasting any much of the time, let's get started with the first topic, do while loop in JavaScript. So I will explain this do while loop with an example. So let's say I need to print numbers from 1 to 5 with the help of do while loop, right? So what the first thing which I'll do here is I will first going to initialize a variable I which is of the var type, and initially it is assigned a value of 1, right? So this is known as the variable initialization. Now the next thing I'll do here is I'm going to write do, and then I will write console log statement, and then I'll do the increment on the variable I. Basically this is the increment operator which I am using over here, right? And at the last I will write while, and then this within the brackets I'll write this condition, right? So now here on my screen, as you can see, that since initially the value is 1, so at the console log statement 1 will be printed, and here in this case, since I plus plus means I is equal to I plus 1, so this will increase the value by 1. So initially since it is having the value of 1, so 1 plus 1 that equals to 2. So now the value of I will be 2, and this condition will going to be true since 2 is less than or equal to 5, right? So the program will come here, and in the console log statement this will now print 2, and the value will increase by 1, right? 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. Now again the condition will going to be true since 3 is less than or equal to 5, right? So here this will print 3, and here after the increment the value of I will now be 4. It will check the condition again, so 4 is less than or equal to 5, this happens to be true, so it will print 4. Again the value will increase by 1, so value of I will now be 5, and this case will also be true since value of I is 5 right now, and 5 is less than or equal to 5, so this condition happens to be true, so this will going to print 5, right? Now the value will increase to 6. Now remember that here in this case the value of I is 6, right? And the condition over here is that the value of I should be less than or equal to 5. So now the condition will happens to be false, so our program will stop here only, and it will not execute this statement, right? So in the terminal, if we run this file, we'll get the output as 1 2 3 4 5, our desired output, right? So now I'm going to save this file, and then in the terminal I'm going to write node and then this file name do while.js. So I'll write do while.js, and then I'm going to hit the enter button from my keyboard, and here on the screen you can see that in the terminal I am getting my output as 1 2 3 4 and 5, which I have already told you here, right? So our first topic has been completed. Now in the second topic we'll see what is the difference between while and do while loop. So the first difference is that condition will be checked first in while loop, right? If I can show you my while loop, I've already made a video on the while loop, and I think it was the tutorial 12, so you can go and watch the video for the while loop, right? So here you can see that in the while loop the condition is checked first, right? Whereas in the do while loop the condition will checked at the last, right? So according to conditions only this will give the result, right? Whereas in do while loop the condition will be checked at the last, it will not checked at the first, so it will going to print the first value, right? So let's say suppose I have the value as, let's say 8, right? Now I'm going to save this file. So here in this case what happens that the value of I will be first printed. Since the value of I is equal to 8, so this will print 8 over here, right? And then the value will increase to 9, that is 8 plus 1, that gives us 9. And here if we'll check the condition, so this condition will going to be false, so our program will stop here only, right? And in the terminal we'll get 8 as the output only, right? I'm going to save this file and I'm going to show you, right? So here you can see that in the screen, in the terminal, we are getting the output as 8, right? So this means that the value was initially 8, right? But it has printed the 8 one time, right? But when the condition is checked, so as this happens to be false, the condition happens to be false, so our program has been stopped here only, right? So in the while loop, condition will be checked first, whereas in the do while loop condition, the program will execute at least once, right? So in do while loop, program will be executed at least once. So I'll mention over here in the writing in the comment sections also. Do while loop will execute at least once, right? Okay. So basically these two things you need to remember in your mind when you are comparing the while loop with the do while loop, right? So I hope guys that you have understood both the topics, and if in case you want to ask anything, then you are most welcome to ask the same in the comment sections and I'll be happy to answer all your questions. Now I hope guys you have liked this video, and if in case you haven't subscribed this channel, so I request you to kindly please subscribe it so that you can get the latest update from this channel, and also you can able to watch more videos like this. So thank you for now, and I'll hope to meet you soon in the next video. Thank you. That's all for this video.